Hi guys, how are you today? Okay, this is going to be a really quick update video. I just wanted to update you guys on a couple things. Number one, I want to update you on the Tim Norman trial, so we'll talk about that. And then number two, we're going to talk about the reason why Eddie's family did not come to the sip and see that we saw on last episode. Okay, so let's start with the Tim Norman situation. I don't know what to make of this. I really don't. So I'm just going to reserve my feelings for the end of the video, and hopefully I will have some kind of idea of how I'm feeling, because right now I'm just baffled and confused. Okay, so we all know on the 13th, Tim had his arraignment in St. Louis, which his bail bond was denied, okay? That meant that he wasn't going to be released back into the custody of his mom, Robbie, Miss Robbie. I don't know how I feel about that. She wanted him to come stay with her if he were to get out on bond. I don't know what to make of it. Listen, it's pretty obvious the way that it's playing out in the media and all of the evidence that they have presented to the public that Tim is looking very, very guilty. I'll put it that way. He did it, in my opinion. There, I said it flat out. I do not believe that Tim is innocent, not one little bit. Not only do I not believe it, Andre's family basically came out and said the same thing. They said that they had suspected for a long time that it was Tim, and that more details would come out. I just feel he did it. I mean, who else? Of course, he had co-conspirators, but he did it. But the part that's baffling to me is, and I'm not trying to judge, I just don't know what to make of it, is that I had heard that Miss Robbie had went to talk to him, and that she is now standing beside her son. I guess I can't really fault her for doing that. I just know it's something I wouldn't do. I mean, something's wrong with Tim. You know there's something wrong with Tim, but I guess she's thinking at the end of the day that's still her child. I don't know what's going on with Miss Robbie, and I'm not at liberty, or even do I want to judge her, but I will say it doesn't make sense to me. I mean, I don't know. I've never been in that situation. Would I do the same thing? I don't think so. I mean, there's another rumor out there that he took $1 million life policy on her. What if she was next? I don't know what to make of it, but thank goodness his bail was denied. Okay, so here's some other things I wanted you guys to know about the case. They are charging all three co-conspirators in one trial. Okay, they could have done it separately, but the attorneys have not asked to do it separately. They want it all in one trial. Okay, that's another thing that's unusual. Usually people want their own trial so you could just see their facts, and I don't know. Maybe, I don't know what to make of it. But right as of now, no attorney, Terica's, Yael's, or Tim's attorney has asked for a separate trial. It's really weird. Okay, on December 2nd, there's going to be another hearing where the judge wants to talk to all lawyers involved, so that's good. There will be no cameras or audio allowed in the courtrooms, but you could go online and fill out a form and be a virtual guest. I don't even know if you call it a guest, a virtual person in the trial. I know, everything about this trial is just shocking to me. From Tim even doing it in the first place, that's your cousin, your nephew. What are you thinking? You take him out for some insurance policy worth $450,000? That's not a lot of money for anybody's life. The whole thing just doesn't make sense. But I'm really, really shocked that Miss Robbie has decided to stand by her son's side. I don't know to what degree. Does that mean we're gonna talk behind closed doors? Is she gonna show up at the trial? I just can't have the perpetrator staying with me. I just can't. But I want to hear what you guys think about it. For me, it's a good thing that bail was denied for Tim because he doesn't need to be around anybody. He is dangerous. They are keeping him isolated, and they're keeping him isolated supposedly because of COVID. But I think they need to keep him isolated, separate, just because he doesn't need to be integrated with the regular population. People are not liking Tim these days. There's no telling what they would do to Tim if he was in general population. And this whole COVID thing, what if it's not really the reason they're isolating him? What if it's someone's in the prison had it or may have it, but he is intentionally being kept isolated? That's a very well a possibility, because you guys remember, we're only getting bits and pieces. They're not putting everything out there for us, so we just get what we get. But as far as Miss Robbie standing by her son, I don't know what to think about it. We'll have to talk about it in the comment section. Now, the next thing I want to talk about is this whole Wendy situation and her husband and both of the families. Okay, so we all know on the last episode, Wendy had a sip and see where people could come and meet the baby. It was a really lovely ceremony. She invited everyone with the exception of Monique, which I thought was really messy because, you know, you are new. You are taking sides already. You're supposed to be neutral here, but she's not. She's totally Team Candace, 110%. She came in through Candace as a friend of Candace. So, okay, she stood by her friend's side. Now, one of the most heartbreaking scenes for me is when her husband realized that his family was not going to come to the sip and see, even though he had reached out to them and invited them anyway. And Wendy was somewhat concerned, like, oh, you know, family's important, but not so really, if you ask me. But so what's really going on here? Okay, this is a crazy situation. Now, according to the rumors, the two families don't get along because supposedly Wendy is from a lower class tribe. Okay, now I was gonna bring the blogger Layla Lynn on the show to talk about this because she made a video about it in detail. And I thought it was very interesting. She named all the tribes and how it worked and all of that. And, you know, it's too much for me. I would rather her come on and explain everything that she knew. Well, she got back with me. She said she can't come on the show because they made her take down the video. YouTube did. I was like, what? They made you take down the video? She said yes. She wasn't the only person. There was another blogger friend of mine that was served with a cease and desist. From who? Wendy. I guess she doesn't want anyone talking about it. According to Wendy, this is all lies. She's not from the lower class. She's from this tribe and not that tribe. What? Huh? What? Listen, I am not African. I don't claim to be. I'm African American. I don't know how all of this stuff works. What class you born into, what tribe, and da-da-da-da-da. It all sounds unfamiliar to me. I'll put it that way because, you know, we have a class system here too. You know, we have a lower class and then poor and rich and all that, and I'm sure some of the rich people don't want any of their children marrying the lower class. But is it that serious? I guess they take it very seriously wherever Wendy's from. We don't know where she's from because if you start talking about it, she will serve you with the cease and desist. Why? Just explain what's going on. It's not that serious. We're in a whole different country. It will be interesting for us to see how different people live, how different cultures are. But no, not according to Wendy. You must shut up and stop talking about it immediately. So ridiculous. You're on a reality TV show, Wendy. Who cares? We are not taking it that serious. We are not a part of that culture. We don't look at you as a lower class person. I don't get the cease and desist and then taking everyone's video down. It makes no sense. What do you think is not going to get out? You are on a reality TV show. This is what boggles my mind about people that come on reality TV for the first time. They go bonkers, okay, people, when you start digging into their personal business and finding out things that they don't want you to find out. But what's the first thing all the bloggers and media do when you first get on a reality TV show? They do an extensive background check. Now, I'm sure Candace had to tell you that. She's been telling you everything else, like don't be nice to Monique and don't invite that hag to your sip and see. Now, I'm sure she didn't tell you that that's what they do, that people are going to know all your business? I mean, she should have told you that instead of being so worried about what Monique is doing. That's what I would have done. But anyway, the whole situation doesn't make sense, and I can't go into detail with you anyway how it works, because she would get my video taken down and slap me with a cease and desist. It doesn't make sense, but that's basically what's going on. And at the end of the day, we'll talk about it in the comment section. I guarantee you, no one cares what class she's from, what tribe she's from, what this is. We don't care. We just find it fascinating how other people live. But do we really care? Are we going to think less of Wendy because she doesn't have as much money at the end of the day as her husband? No. Who cares? I mean, Wendy, it's not that serious. Lighten up, go back and talk to Candace and learn what your reality star rules are. Number one rule, people get in your business. That's why you're on television. All right, guys, we got a lot to talk about today in the comments section. Very gently, let me know your feelings on what do you think about Miss Robbie standing by her son. I'm kind of numb at this point. I really am. And number two, do we care if Wendy's family has less money than her husband's family and they're not speaking it? No one cares. If you do care, let me know in the comment section. Also, if you like this video, don't forget to click that like button. It does wonders for my video. If you haven't already subscribed and hit the notification bell, don't forget to do that. I'll meet you guys in the comment section. We have a lot to talk about. Bye for now.